Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Friday, the 27th of September 2019. It's a pleasure to be with you today as always. I'm using the Mystic Fairy Tarot for today's reading. This is another one of those decks that has appeared during the move, reappeared. So I don't think I've ever used this deck, or I've used it once. Let's have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of. The Emperor in reverse, the Ace of Wands, and the Hermit. They're pretty, these cards, aren't they? I love the little mushroom, the toadstools everywhere. Okay, the Emperor is like Aries in astrology. The Emperor is like 4 in numerology, which is security and stability. And this Emperor, this horned fairy, has got to this position of being in charge because he's pushed his way through all obstacles and he's pushed himself to the top. He's got this crystal with an amethyst in it, which indicates that he is kind of omniscient. He sees far and wide. Maybe that's something that comes as part of being the Emperor, that you get to wear the far-seeing amethyst crystal. Could be. Shield with an eagle on it, protection and freedom. So he's going to protect his freedom. His throne is a representation of a throne that wields power and allows other people to have freedom. And he is the shield of the people in the most earnest sense. You know, in the traditional sense, the king is supposed to be the one who protects the people. It's not about just having fancy parties and lovely whatever. The king is the leader of the tribe. So it's the king who's going to be the first person in the fight. And that's what this Emperor really represents. It's in reverse. So you don't feel this sense of having to push to get somewhere. You don't feel like you need to protect yourself against negative forces that are coming your way. You don't feel like you have this terrible need to compete with other people and to make sure you win. And there's no such thing as second place. Really hard, you know, none of that. You haven't got any of that going on for yourself today. What you do have is the Ace of Wands and you've got the Hermit. And that's a weird combination that I've never really seen together, because it works perfectly, but you wouldn't imagine that it does. First of all, the Ace of Wands is a gift from the universe. It's this beautiful red crystal which gives off its own aura because it's so powerful. And Wands is the element of fire. And because you're being gifted this magic crystal wand, you now have the chance to use your wand to create your life and what you do in life and what your kind of path is, what your occupation, what your vocation is, how you spend your time. You're able to wave that wand and you're able to manifest it and make it happen. So again, you know, recently in the readings, we've had a lot of the Judgment card, and we've had cards that have been kind of indicative of looking at your life objectively and seeing what it is you like and what you don't like and getting clearer on that, and then taking action and being able to manifest the things that you really want. So it's kind of like a quality control check day. And here with the Hermit is someone who has this candle, and also that gives off an aura of light. And he's by himself and he goes away from society and he thinks. He's got this wand he's holding, and it's crooked and it's bent and it's skew. And that makes sense because knowledge and success doesn't just come in a straight line like that. It's success and then a little bit of failure and then a little bit of success that way and then another failure. And, you know, that's how things grow. They grow in a crooked way because maybe there's a block there, so you have to adapt and go around the corner. But the Hermit looks within and understands who you truly are. And it illuminates your true wants, your needs, and your desires. And combine that with the Ace of Wands, which heats up your inner desires. And so if you say, okay, I've retired now, what am I going to do? Am I going to go traveling? Do I want to look for a new relationship? Or do I want to do gardening? And if you get or what you will get, because the Ace of Wands is so lit up today, you'll get a ding, 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 ding for the one that you want. So ask yourself those questions. What do I want to do? What path do I want to walk? Because you've got the Hermit helping you look within and illuminate the inner space to get actual answers. It's so annoying when you're meditating or you're praying for something and you're like, please give me the answer. I don't know what to do here. And the more you push and push and push, the more the answer goes away. And then when you don't need the answer anymore, it just pops in your head. It's really frustrating. But the Hermit is useful because rather than squeezing the life out of getting some answers, he is like a spy in the house of me. You know, like the phone calls coming from inside the house. The Hermit is inside you, shining a light. So no matter how hard you squeeze and how much you want things, the Hermit does his job independently. And he gives you the information that you need so that you can let go the Emperor, so that you don't need to fight, that you don't need to make a go of it, so that things come to you naturally. And it's again a day of, I would say, reflection, in the sense that if you ask yourself, like in that example I gave, the gardening, travel or partner, and this big bell goes off when you say gardening, and it's like ding, 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 hallelujah, oh my God, this is what I really want to do. That's a really great opportunity to find your way forward if you're at a crossroads. Should I go left, right, or straight on? And with each thing that you think about, or you face the left, you face straight on, and you face right. And if you get that feeling of ding, 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 the eureka, this is the right thing to go right, then go right. And so anyone who feels lost, anyone who doesn't know what the plan is, anyone who feels like, okay, that's done with, and I'm just kind of loitering around now, I just feel like I'm floating and I'm adrift, I need to find a new path and a new perspective in life, this is your day to get that, and to get it without having to push for it. Because the Emperor knows what his goal is in life, right? He wants that throne, so he pushes until he gets the throne. You don't know exactly what you're doing today. So first of all, you can't push for something that doesn't exist because you haven't set a goal. You haven't got a specific throne like he does to go after. So there's no Aries energy that's available to you because first of all, you have to illuminate the actual goals that are available to you. And then the Hermit is going to provide those. So he will shine a light on personal development, money, communication, family, love and romance and children, work, health, daily routine, friends, connection with institutions, higher realms, travel and knowledge, work and career, the public, friendships, spiritual progress, and spirituality. The Hermit is going to shine a light on all of those things, and your Ace of Wands is going to go off, like I said, For me, it's usually, I get a kind of hallelujah bells ringing moment when I hit the nail on the head with something. But for you, it may be different. It may be a very quiet, yes, do this, please. Pick up that book. A very quiet, certain voice coming into your head like that. Or it may be even more excitable that you see something or that you think it's something left, straightforward, or right, and that when you feel the right thing, you see in your mind's eye that you see yourself jumping around with joy and doing jumping jacks and dancing and hurraying and high-fiving yourself because you found the right one. Whatever way this manifests itself for you, it's a great day to again ask yourself, what is your life purpose? What is it that you really want to put your energy into? Why are you here? And what are you supposed to do in the world? And how do you want to be remembered? And really, beyond survival, beyond paying your bills and the mortgage and having a roof over your head and doing all of that stuff, beyond getting through life, what do you want to add to life? What do you want to leave behind? What is it that you want to create that comes from you and only you, and that's an amazing expression of who you are? Because it's unique, it's something that's come from researching the inner self. And then when certain areas are lit up like that, it may be that 1 or 2 or 3 areas of your life go ding, ding, ding. So it may be love and romance and painting and career. That's the things that you ought to then highlight on your list if you're writing these things down, for instance. It's always good to write things down because when you think something in your mind, it's much bigger than it actually is. If you put the word down on paper, it kind of condenses this huge thought into a tiny little word. It's good to label things in that sense. So all of these feelings I'm experiencing, when the doctor says, okay, you're bipolar, then he packs all of those uncontrollable feelings into that tiny word, bipolar. Okay, that's what I am. And often that kind of label can be really liberating. So you don't need to push for anything. All you need to do is relax into yourself like you're a cozy, comfy sofa, and you just sink into yourself, and your path, your light, your future is going to appear as light, as a mirror, as like a sun almost. And certain areas will be highlighted and they'll come to you in different ways. And in the comment section, please write how things came to you. Did you hear them? Did you get a taste of cinnamon from your childhood and that made you realize that, yes, I should start up the family bakery again? Or do you get a vision of yourself on stage in your mind's eye? Or do you just know that you're going to open your own shop? Or someone whispers something in your ear. Focus on relationships. Maybe someone whispers that and you go with that. But it's really anyone who's lost. And by the way, you can never really be lost. I know what it feels like to feel lost. Like, I don't know where to live. I have no friends. I don't know what to do for work. I am completely adrift. I have nothing and nobody. That feeling is very real, but fundamentally you can't be lost because we're all held in the palm of the universe and we're a part of the universe. So in truth, we can't get lost because we're a part of everything. But sometimes we can forget that because negative thoughts and pain and tears obscure that reasoning and that knowledge, and we have to remind ourselves of that. So today is total clarity, and it actually gives you a chance to pick up get a kind of like a sense of being anchored down, or a rescue thing is thrown out to you, or a rope is dangled down to you, and you feel like you're found again, okay? You feel like you're found again because certain things become goals. You set them as goals, and now you have something to walk towards, to work for, to kind of try and achieve, okay? And the Hermit and the Ace of Wands are going to reveal those things to you today. So if you're totally lost in life, well done, because this is your day to find yourself again, and to find your life again, and to find the thread, like I had to there a moment ago, and to find the thread, and to hang on to the thread, and to pick up the thread of your life. If you really struggle with this, then please get in touch with me for a personal reading. I use the tarot, astrology, and numerology in my personal readings. And the readings include answers to questions like this one that's being posed today here naturally. If you have any questions that you'd like me to answer, then just get in touch via the website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. But I've forgotten the numbers. Numbers is the Emperor is 4. And the Ace is 1, so that's 5. And the Hermit is 9, that's 14. 1 and 4 is 5, and 5 is freedom. So it's freedom in terms of having a joyful life and living a joyful experience on a day-to-day basis, where you're going to a job you enjoy, you come home to a household that you love, whether it's just you and you've chosen that, or it's with a husband and children, or a wife and no children, and forming and molding and shaping and creating your life into what you want it to be. This week has been very much about taking a step back and looking at your life and seeing what it is now and what it potentially could be in the future, and what you can do to understand yourself more today, to let go of certain things. It shows you that you can put your energy into certain areas, and remember to not have more than 3 things on your list. Otherwise you'll exhaust yourself and you'll spread yourself too thinly. And then you have 1 or 2 or 3 of these thrones to go after. And then you can use the Aries fiery energy to boom, go there. And by the way, fire, and Aries, fire. So it's a very masculine, because the element of fire is masculine. It's a masculine day in the sense that you're pushing through, you're pushing towards something, and that you're moving forward on your path because certain things have been illuminated and made clear to you. So like I said, if you have any questions, get in touch with me via my website, gregoryscott.com, to have a private session with me. If you like this video, then please hit the subscribe button and share the video online. That would be awesome of you. I'd be ever so grateful. Have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.